There we go. There's the sound. I knew it was somewhere around here. Yeah, sometimes when my computer connects and disconnects, it like makes like this phantom mic. So I had to just tell it that doesn't exist. But we're back streaming. Last week I didn't stream on the weekend because I was on vacation, actually. My husband was getting a tattoo, and I went with him over to Big Island and just took a couple days to chill. Ended up probably pushing it too hard, and on Thursday threw out my back. So I'm a hobbly mess, but it doesn't mean we can't have some fun playing game, because all we do is sit on our butts and throw some dice. So I thought we could still have fun with that. So what we got today? I want to play some more Dead Man's Hand. I really love the terrain and the theme and the miniatures and stuff I've done for this. And I'm essentially just continuing to add to it. So I really just wanted to play the game again because it was really fun last time. I know I got a lot of rules wrong, but the idea that this game is like a mix of Necromunda and Frostgrave, I really like. That's a very compelling like mix for me as far as the rule set goes. Because I really liked the extra actions and stuff you could do in Necromunda. I just didn't like having to keep up with all the cards and all of this and all of that, and it was just a big pain in the tail. So since this game basically gives you everything you need in the starter box, it solves that problem for me. So I figure we would have ourselves a little shootout. Let me pull the decks out. I still wish these were full-size playing cards. I feel like that would fit a little better. It is easier to put them next to the models by being half size, but yeah. Alright, and we'll take a look at who we got today in our game. So first up, we got some good guys. Pretty much from last time, same thing. We got our Sheriff, Mr. Fox, and his deputy, Mr. Badger, with his little bowler hat. And I wanted them to not have such a numbers disadvantage this time, so they've got the gunslinger coyote lady here. And then on the other side, we got ourselves some more cultists. So, crazy cult leader otter, a raccoon with a double barrel, an otter with a spear, because I saw there's actually rules for spears. Like, I made that many just because I thought it was cool, but there's actually rules for spears. And then a weasel with a pistol. So, they're going to have a numbers advantage, but I'm going to make the guys on the non-cultist side a little bit better. So, the rules I'm going to be using for them. Sorry, I leaned back badly there. The rules I'm going to be using for them are the lawmen. There we go. We got the lawmen, so we're going to have a sheriff, and then I'm going to have two marshals, I guess? Or I guess a sheriff, a marshal, and a deputy? Well, a sheriff and two marshals. It makes more sense to me. And on the other side, we're going to have a boss, who's going to be the otter, and then we're going to have 3 thugs. So, we've got the outlaws there. So, should be pretty good. Alright. So, what are we up to today? Well, I figured we'd pretty much just play again last time with the cultists coming into town trying to start some shit. But I figured they would be trying to actually get an objective this time. So I've got this little general goods store here, and I figure what they need to do is they need to get inside that and do a search action. Now, how am I going to do the AI for these guys? Because I don't really want to play both factions. Well, I'm going to give them two different states. They're going to have a state of they fight whatever's closest, or a state of they try to do the objective. So how are we going to determine which is which? Well, I'm actually just going to use the cards, right? So up to, I guess, a 6 is going to be they're trying to do the objective, and then anything above that is they're just here to fight, right? And they're going to prioritize blazing away. And I think that should work pretty good. It should give them some random behavior, and you know, some which should be a little bit logical behavior, right, without having any big complicated like AI tray. Because the funny thing is, as I play more and more single player games, in the beginning I really thought AI trees were like the answer, you know, but as I play more games kind of by myself, I realize that you just want them to have random actions, but you really want them to be quick, right? So you want them to make logical choices, not like completely illogical, but you really want it to be quick. You don't want to be like sitting there having to dig through a tree. It's not very, very much fun, and it kind of like gets in the way of the gameplay. So that's what they're going to do. We're going to determine their action from their initiative card. Yeah, so it should be pretty good. All right, so let's see. They're trying to get in the general store, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the cultists back here, pretty much in the furthest corner possible, because that should give them some more kind of time. So they're sneaking in by the chicken coop. And then I guess it makes sense for the law to be in the law building, and then we'll just plop her over here by the general store. Bloop. Bloop. All right. Yeah, so it should be good. Should be everything we need. Alright. Since there's guys in there, I'll keep that roof off that building. That makes more sense to me. Alright, so let's draw some cards. The first one on the good guy side is a 10. And the first one on the bad guy side is a joker. Well, I'm going to... I'm going to give the Missy here, I'm going to give her the 10. And then for the Joker, let's see the side where you can actually see the... Oh my god, can you just not see that corner very well? No. Oop, that's my bad. Alright, we'll use the other camera. Wish. There we go. There they are. Down there in the corner here. We're going to give the Joker to the guy with the spear. And the next ones are going to be that one. The raccoon shotgun and the varmint. And then we're going to have both of our guys in the jailhouse. Whop. Alright. So I'm just going to go back and forth flipping them. Queen. Joker. And going back and forth should help me with the issue I was having where the bad guys, because I flipped them first, they always just got to go first. 9 and Mr. Otter is an ace. Oof. All right. Man, all high cards. Damn. Okay. All these guys are also above or 7 and above, so they're all just gonna go into murder time. So that makes sense to me. This time I'm also gonna get myself a hand of cards, which is something I didn't do in the last game, and it looks like most of the things either give you 3 or 6. So we're gonna try 3 and just see how it goes. So we're gonna have ourselves a hand of card. I've got Sodden by Whiskey. Play all after all initiative cards have been revealed, and any swaps for low cards are done. You may swap one of the opposing character's initiative cards for another opposing character's initiative cards. Okay. Play when an opposing character declares its actions for the turn. The first shoot action the character takes automatically misses. Interesting. Play on an opposing character after it declares its actions for the turn. Following the first shot roll, the weapon jams, misfires, or is out of ammo. The character receives an out of ammo token. The further shots this turn are lost. Ooh, okay. So lots of like trying to interrupt the enemy kind of stuff. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty sweet. Okay. There we go. Just zoom that out a little. You got to look at my belly. I apologize, but well, you can at least see the whole board a little better, I think. All right, so let's figure out who goes first. Who is the highest card? That is Mr. Cult Otter. So we are going to try to measure out his walking. Whop. Bonk. Bonk. Just going to put him here. And then he probably really can't see her yet. So I think he would have to make another move. Boop. And then he's going to take a shot at Mrs. Coyote. Alright, so he is a boss. So let's go look at the weapon table real quick. Alright, so it's a pistol. 0 to 10 is point blank, right? So he's 11 to 20 most likely. Bonk. Yep, 11 to 20. So yeah, so no modifications there. Let's go look at, because he's the boss for the bad guys. So he is going to have +1 to shoot. Okay. Alright, so let's get rolling. He's going to have a -1 because he moved twice, which I think is correct. Yep, he's going to have... Yep, -1. She has not gotten to move yet, so she's not going to do a -1. Alright, we're going to say the cultists are black because they're all wearing black because they're evil. Alright, so let's see what we got. First shot of the game is a 6, which is definitely a miss. Don't even need to figure out the minuses on that one. And his card can go in the discard pile. Alright, next up. I guess it's actually going to be the king, which is going to be the guy with the double barrel shotgun, who's essentially going to just do the same thing. It's going to be the first time we've tried using a double barrel, though, so let's see what it does. So, boop, bloop. So boop, and then it's going to put him here, and then we'll give him another one there. We'll just have him also just try to light her up. So we are looking at, first off, let's figure out what the benefits are for the thug. I don't think they have any pluses or minuses for shooting. I think it's just as is. Oh, they actually have a -1. Oh no, he's a thug. They're 0. Okay. So they've got a 0. So anything for the shotgun, because he has a double barrel shotgun. 0 to 10. Oh. But I already said he was going to shoot, so I guess he's just shooting the dirt. Shit. So he's going to be out of ammo. Bang. Did not realize that was such a short range weapon. Oh my god. Yeah. Holy crap. Did not realize that was so short range. Alright, well that's the king done. Now we've got a queen. I guess, and then it's Jack 10-9 and the Joker. Alright. Well, once again with feeling for the cultists. Bonk. Bonk. Alright, he's going to take a shot at her as well. So 16 minus 1 is going to... Alright, so it's the minus 1. Okay, so it's going to make it a 15. Under fire and nerve test. Okay, so she's going to take a wound. Bow. And then she's going to take a nerve test, which I need to remember how to do. Alright, where do I do nerve tests? Nerve test. Alright, well the D10 result equal to or above the nerve test is successful. Okay. Character successfully passes a nerve test. There is no effect. If they fail, they take an additional marker. Alright, and she's going to have a minus 1 because she has an under fire marker. Alright, so let's figure out what her nerve is. I imagine it's pretty high given that she is a marshal. Alright, so her nerve is a 3+. Alright, so that is going to... I essentially need a 4 here because of the minus 1. She gets a 2. God damn. Man, these cultists get all the luck. Bang, bang. All right. Well, over to the coppers. So the sheriff has a jack, so he is going to move out and then move again and shoot. He's going to take a shot at the raccoon with the double barrel. So I think that raccoon's going to be a big problem. So we are looking at Mr. Fox shooting at Mr. Raccoon. Because he moved twice, we're going to have negatives there, unfortunately. I rolled a 5, so it doesn't matter. Damn it. Alright. And then we are going to do Mrs. Coyote. So, Mrs. Coyote here. Boop. There she is. I can have her duck inside the general store. I can also have her shoot twice and then duck inside the general store. So I think that's what she's going to do. So I think she's going to put 2 rounds in... let's see how far that away. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, she's going to put 2 rounds into Mr. Coyote. I'm sorry, no, Mr. Raccoon. So, first round going out. Let's see what we get. We've got a 10, but there's going to be a -1 on that from him moving. Actually, might be a -2. Give me a sec. Yep, so it's actually -2 because it's -1 per move. So that unfortunately means that it's a total miss. So she's going to take her second shot. She rolls a 1. How are the coppers so bad? This is my second game where they've just been terrible. And then she's going to duck inside the general store. So, kick that door open and get inside there. And take her marker with her. Alright. Last but not least, that leaves us to Mr. Badger, who is right here. So, Mr. Badger, boop, and then boop, and he's going to join his buddy here, and he's going to also take a shot at that goddamn raccoon, and we will try to take that raccoon out. So, taking a shot at the raccoon. It's crooked. Alright, 13. Okay, cool. So that's going to drop down to -1 because -2 because the raccoon moved 2 times, and then -1 because Mr. Badger moved. So that means it's still going to be a 10, which unfortunately I think is a miss. I think you need to hit 11 or higher to hit. Yes, you do. Oh wait, does he have a +1 for shooting? Hold on, I have to look up Marshall and see if Marshall has a +1. He's got +2. God damn. Alright. So that makes that a 12. Okay, cool. We finally hit something, team. Finally. Oh my god. Alright. So Mr. Raccoon takes a shot. And last but not least, we have our buddy, the Spear Otter, who is right there. And he is just going to move. That's all he can do is hustle bustle his way over. He's going to be like, screw cover. I've got a fucking spear. I'm going to come spear yo ass. Alright. And that's the end of turn 1. I didn't use a card. I really should have. But to be honest, I forgot about them. I need to get better about that. But let's draw some initial initiatives. Let's see. The bad guys get a 3. And the good guys get an ace. Ooh. You know what? I don't like Mr. Spear Otter being that close, so we're gonna give him the ace, and then we're gonna give our buddy the double barrel raccoon. We're gonna give him the 3, and then let's see. We've got a card for the sheriff and a card for Miss Coyote, and then over here we have Weasel, Otter, and then Leader Otter. And let's flip some cards over. So good guys, the sheriff's got a king, Leader Otter's got a 9, Miss Coyote has an 8, Spear Otter has a 6, and the Weasel's got a 5. Ooh, so interesting. The initiative's like reversed this time. It does also mean that most of these guys are going to go for the objective. So the only one that's not is Mr. like Leader Otter. So what they need to do for the objective is they need to do a search action inside the general store. So they're all basically going to book it over there and try to search that building. Alright. If they get that chance. Well, first off, table is a little dark today. I apologize about that. It's one of my lights exploded, and I haven't replaced it yet. But yeah, a little dark today because of that. Let me actually do something real quick. I'll be right back. Is that better? No, that's worse. Okay. That's the me trying the other light real quick. Oh. Okay. Well, Mr. Badger does not like Mr. Spear Otter being there, so he's going to shoot into him. Well, he's going to shoot into him 3 times. He's just going to be like bang, 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 and try to light him up because he's behind cover. He's in a good spot. Yeah, screw it. That's what he's going to do. He's just going to unload into Mr. Spear Otter. So neither of them have moved this turn, so that's good. So he's also within very close range, so this guy's going to get a +4. So he's looking at a +6 to this roll. That's a 15. +6 makes that 21. That means on the first thing, he just fucking murders Mr. Spear Otter. Okay. Well, that kind of makes the other 2 shots wasted, but you know what? It gets rid of a cultist, so I can't complain. Okay. Well, that's Mr. Badger done. Let's see who gets to go next. Mr. Fox gets to go next there. So I kind of want to get him into the other building. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him aim and shoot. And I'm going to have him aim and shoot. Is it like that better? Maybe? Yeah, not really. This building doesn't have terrain in it yet. I'm going to have him aim and shoot at Mr. Raccoon. It's a better camera angle. I'm going to have him aim and shoot at Mr. Raccoon. So we're looking at a +1 to this. No other modifiers because no one's moved this turn. So we're looking at a 9 plus the 1 for him being a sheriff makes that a 10. Still makes it a miss. Alright, and then he's going to move. I should have said that aloud, but I forgot to before I was doing it. But that's what I intended for him to do. He's going to move. Okay. Well, next up, we have the Otter leader there. And he's just going to be on murder path. So you know what? He's going to try to put 2 shots into Mr. Fox, and he is going to try to put 1 shot into Mr. Badger. And it occurred to me that so many of these cards are interrupts that they're kind of hard to use by yourself. Right? So like I'm essentially playing them with some level of like solo play logic, right? Which is just what initiative card did they draw? Right, and then I'm making the choice based on whether or not they're going to try to attack as much as possible or to try to get to the objective. So there probably needs to be a better way to do that, given that a lot of these cards are interrupts, right? So I'm going to play this card this turn, right? Apparently my other light is freaking out too. That's super concerning. Okay. So this is the... Interesting. That was my other light dying. Weird. So, for context of why that's so weird, I have had these lights for 8 years, and they have never flickered or done anything like that. And they're all doing that now in like the same week. That's really weird. Anyway. So play on the opposing character after their first shot, everything else, like their gun jams, basically. So it interrupts all their shots. So essentially he's going to get his one shot off on Mr. Fox, and then that's it. Now, I need to figure out a better way to do solo play for that because of those interactions, right? Because I could just be like, oh, he's going to take all the shots. LOL, I have a trap card for it, right? Like, that's kind of crap that doesn't make the trap card feel very good. So I'll have to figure out some way for it. I think there is, since you draw a card for everybody, I think there's definitely something there as to like what the AI for that could be. I think there's definitely something there. Alright, so he draws a 10. This guy had moved once, which is going to make it a 9, so it is a miss. And then his gun jams. Alright. So, then we have Miss Coyote. She is going to do a repair on herself. And she's going to do that twice. And get rid of these. It's called Recover, I think. And I think it just gets rid of them. I don't think I have to do a test for it. Let me check. Let me see if I got to make a test for it. Nope, just remove a marker. Alright, so she's going to do that twice. And then she's just going to take a pot shot at the otter. Or no, at the... Who can she see? She can probably see the otter through like the glass on the door. So she's going to take a pot shot at the otter. Who is behind cover? Who is at long range? So this is going to be a -2 to her +2, which makes it just a flat dice roll of a 20. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Well, goddamn. Okay, she shoots through the glass and basically headshots Mr. Cultist Otter. Damn. Okay, that was unexpected. I guess she was pissed from being hit last time. Fuck. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool though. Like, what is the odds of that? Like, that's some fucking like action movie shit. Alright, Mr. Weasel go next. He's going just for the objective, so he's just triple moving. Bloop. Bloop. Kicking in the door. And getting inside. Which means he like sprints downtown, smashes through the door, and is now going to essentially have like a shoot 'em up inside this door with the coyote lady. And last but not least, the raccoon. He's going to reload. And then he's going to move twice. Boop. Boop. There we go. He takes his marker with him. Okay, that's turn 2. Let's do some more cards. Shoop. Shoop. So, Joker. Oh no, the Jack. Alright, so that's going to go on Mr. Raccoon. And then I've got a 7 here. This is going to go Mr. Badger. And then I need to draw myself a new card for my hand because I used one. And I drew a 6, which is play at any time, take a free move action immediately. A shoot action taken against you suffers any cover, move penalties that apply as a result of this move. May also be used to break out a hand-to-hand fight without spending a move action. Nice. Okay, that's cool. Can't kill what you can't catch. Alright. So then the other card for Mr. Weasel is going to be over there. And then we have the initiative card for Mrs. Coyote and the initiative card for Mr. Fox, which is a queen. Mr. Weasel is an 8, and Miss Coyote is a king. I'm going to say this is some pretty bad luck for the cultists. Because 2 of my guys are going to get to go before they get to do anything. So, ouch. Ouch for them. Big ouch. Boop. Big, 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 big ouch. Alright, well, first up is Mrs. Coyote. So she's just gonna light these motherfuckers up. So 2 shots into Mr. Weasel in the building there with her, and then 1 shot into Mr. Raccoon right there at the door. So they didn't get to move or anything yet, so no minuses. She hasn't moved. So first shot is going to be at a +2 plus a +4 for close range, so we're looking at +6. +6 to 3 is 9, which is terrible. We're going to do that again, but we're going to be at a -1 because this is their second shot, so we're looking at +5. +5 on 6 makes that a wound. And then the shot into Mr. Raccoon is a 19 plus 6 minus 2. So it makes it 24. Wow. Okay. Miss Coyote, go. Holy shit. She's just lighting them up. Alright, well, unfortunately for the cultists, Mr. Fox gets to go next. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use his free move. You can't kill what you can't catch card. And I'm just going to move him up to the doorway. And I'm going to have him blaze away. So we're looking at 3 separate shots at +4 because of the range, +1 because of he's the sheriff, and then -1 for the move. So the first one is going to be +5, and that's a 14, which makes that a 19. Does that mean he's dead, or is it only 20 and above? Oh yeah, it's 19 and 20 for out of action. Wow, okay. Man, this game is way more lethal when you actually remember to use the bonuses. That's kind of cool, to be honest. So yeah, so that is the end of our first game. The cultists lost pretty handily, so I think they'll come back with bigger guns next time. So really the main options there in our favor were the initiative. We essentially like double turned them, which worked really well. Because like, you know, you get that jump with the characters. And man, when you actually do the bonuses right, shooting is super deadly at close range. Which I mean makes sense really. Alright, so we've survived our first mission. We should play a second one. So this time the guys attacked us. So we will set up a second one for next time. Because I need to stretch my back out a little. But I think there is some other campaign stuff that we can do. Campaign, alright. You get to set your own goal, choosing your faction, blah, 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 blah. Now that you have a group of eager, ruthless, and good-for-nothing players, mix and match, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so I'll tell you how to set up the campaign. So, each participant in the campaign begins with 3 resources. The resources are tokens and represent business interests, influence, contracts, money, property, reputation, etc. Resources may be won and lost during the campaign. The loser of each act must surrender 1 resource to the winner. Alright, so my guys are going to have 4 resources. After a scene, each faction is awarded fame according to whether they won, lost, or tied. At the end of an act, fame is spent to generate new skills for your characters or replace dead ones. Okay, so we're going to get 2 fame off of that. Your character must have a rep of 2, so basically, like, they're really cheap guys. You can't level them up, essentially. All right. Then you can spend fame to, let's see what fame does. Spends 5 fame, 2 fame each to draw 1 for Billy. Okay. Otherwise, a character may pay a number of fame equal to their rep to draw on this table. Okay. So let's figure out what everybody's rep is. None of my guys got hurt, so I'm not going to worry about the cultists. So none of the guys got hurt, so we don't need to worry about that. And then there's a bunch of extra campaign stuff. So, alright, let's figure out how much rep my guys are worth. So I've got 2 marshals and a sheriff. And they're the ones protecting the town of Big Hole from the cultists. If I can actually find the goddamn table. There we go. Alright, so the marshals are 5 and the sheriff is 6. Unfortunately, I only have 2. So that is not enough to buy anything. But we know what we have to do next time now. So that's good. So yeah, that went way better for the lawmen than last time, that's for sure. Where they fucking got murdered big time. But yeah, that's pretty darn good. This is a very fun game. It really is. It really is like the love child of Necromunda and Frostgrave, right? And I really like both of those games. Frostgrave is a phenomenal game, and Necromunda's really good too. The only problem, honestly, with Necromunda, because I played the living hell out of it on the channel years ago. Like back, like during COVID, like I played the living hell out of it. The only problem with Necromunda is just the way the releases work, right? It's the monetization of Necromunda, where they produce like 5 sets of cards and that's it, and you need those cards for your characters, and if you don't have them, your characters can't do everything, and it's a real pain in the tail. But otherwise, it's a very fun game, and this is very similar. But with the like fun kind of crazy swinginess of Frostgrave from the D20. Like, I did not expect the coyote lady to make a negative shot across the battlefield and hit someone in cover and one-shot them. Right? Like, it was just a LOL Hail Mary shot, right? And like it like one-shot their boss, essentially. Which is pretty crazy if you think about it, but also like really fun, right? Like that's a fun moment. Like I'll remember like her being a badass and like one-shotting 2 different dudes, like you know, one from essentially like downtown, you know. Sorry, I dropped one of the cards. I will pick that up after I stop streaming. Otherwise, you're going to listen to me groan and moan because my back is so screwed up. So, nobody wants that. But yeah, this is pretty damn good. Very, very good. So yeah, since the guys drove the cultists out, I think next time they'll have to come back with a vengeance to try to get whatever they want from the general store. Or maybe ambush like a passing caravan or something for whatever they wanted instead, because I've got this guy to paint up, so that's pretty cool. So maybe they can ambush this cart and try to steal stuff off of it as it like moves through town or something. That sounds pretty fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna keep doing this little campaign because I really want to do a little campaign thing. I think it's very fun and I enjoy it. So yeah, I am gonna go stretch out. We're back and get some lunch. And I hope you enjoyed watching Dead Man's Hand. It's pretty darn cool. But so we're gonna go ahead and call it there. You guys are watching. Have a good one, and keep on keeping on.